So we ran that conservative numbers, but actually our midterm units, Eli was just talking about, we've made a lot of those. About half of the basement is midterm units now, so that kind of helped ease that pain. This is
Yeah.
one of the fresh units.
So even though they're in the basement, they've got these huge windows. There's tons of natural light. You just don't have an amazing view. But to use these for midterms really was a great play. Midterm clients don't really care if it's in the basement or not. They're just here for a short period of time, and it's not that big of a deal to them versus long-term tenants. So when we purchased this property, the rent roll was $8,800. That was with 5 units vacant. Our current rent roll, we've got that all the way up to 13,300. We have 3 units open when we submit that. So, we have a little bit more room for growth. I think if we had all those filled, we'd be closer to 15 and a half. And that's without stabilizing um, the full rent roll on the long terms. We still got some people that have some uh, leases that haven't expired yet, and we also have some that we paused while we were doing the refinance so that we didn't have people leaving while we were trying to get a refinance done and causing some problems for us with the bank. Something that's not on these slides that we did implement on the long-term units, we did roll in RUBS. So we started billing back for utilities. So water and trash was not in the rents. So we've implemented RUBS, and billing back, is it 30 or 35?
30.
So we bill each of the long-term tenants $30 a month, which is proportional to their usage of those two services. Um, and then infinite. So the real key here is on the bottom. When we refinance this, we're going to get our initial money back out of this. So Jake and I put 3% down on that loan, literally about 3.5% with the other fees. So once we refinance, we'll be able to pay ourselves back. We've hit our financial levers that we have in place for reservations on CapEx and other spend. So we'll be able to pay ourselves back, and then everything we make dollar for dollar is infinite cash on cash return. So with us having long-term and midterm units, we do have two property managers. So long-term, we're using a professional property management service. Um, that's a key thing anytime you're doing apartments. If you're not somebody who has a large portfolio of apartments, the banks want to see that you're using a third-party professional property management service.